Good morning, good morning, good morning. I see a few y'all in the building. Brendan, what's going on? Lene, what's going on? Thomas Cashmere, what's going on? Good morning, good morning. Got some breaking news for y'all this morning. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. So, y'all just sit tight while I try to share this out to everybody. Hopefully you got time to sit back and listen. If you ain't got time to sit back and listen, then you can always come back and watch the replay. So, yeah. You always come back and watch the replay. Let's see if I get some more people up in here. Can we do that? Yeah. That made it so easy. Who else I could bring? Who else? What up, Brian? I see your name popped up. What's going on, brother? What's going on, Brian? What's going on, brother? Just trying to share it out real quick. So y'all just bear with me while I share it out. Excuse me. Not much, though, to be honest. I ain't been too long. Just got off of work, you know, but I had to go ahead and just break this news real quick before I lay it down. Since somebody sent this to me. Hey, Carly, what's going on? Yeah, somebody sent this to me, and it's about the lady that was involved in a little altercation with that guy. Well, she has spoken out, and she is telling her side of things. Not sure if you really call it a side or whatnot, but you know, hey, y'all take a listen and decide for yourself on what you listening to. So, yeah. Let's see here. What I'm trying to do. Where's I'm going? Well, I'm trying to go with this. Yeah, there we go. He said ain't nothing on TV. Oh man. You know what, Brian? I wouldn't know because I barely watch TV. I barely watch TV, to be honest. So, alright. Let me see what's going on here. Let me go over here. So, alright. Alright, so who all coming in, make sure you hit that thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Share it out if you will. Bring some more people in. I did all the sharing that I think I'm going to do. So, we're just going to rock with what we got. And if people choose to come in, they will come in. So, anyway, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you watch my content, as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who probably paid attention on my timeline, or who's been paying attention, period, there's been a video that went viral about a black man was trying to get into his apartment, but the white woman was stopping him from getting in his apartment. For what reason she chose to do this, I mean, who knows? You know, could be racism, or it could be not, or maybe she just was trying to be a good Samaritan. I mean, who knows? But however, though, thanks to my man Counter's blog on the YouTube side, he has sent me a link that she has actually spoke out, and she wants to tell her side of the story. So without further ado, so we get on out of here, let me let y'all hear what she had to say. And I want you all to tell me who's watching, how do you feel about what she has to say? So let's see if we'll play.
A story that's making national headlines. A white woman inside a downtown loft building not letting a black man inside Friday night has hit social media and gone viral.
And the woman in the video says he didn't have a key fob to get in and forced his way inside. She reached out to me to tell her side of the story after being called a racist and receiving death threats. It's an exclusive interview you will see only on Fox 2 tonight.
You're blocking me
into my building.
Okay, and it's my building as well, so I need you to get out my way.
Okay.
This is the viral video of Hillary Thornton trying to stop Darian Toles from entering the Elder Shirt Lofts just off Washington in the city. Thornton wanted people to know her side of what happened.
So when I noticed an individual that I did not know, my only intent was to follow the direction that I've been given by our condo association board members repeatedly, and that is to never allow access to any individual that you do not know.
Thornton showed us several emails from the association stating what residents should do when dealing with a situation like this. Hillary says Darian said he was trying to get into the building as she had the door cracked as her dog went to the bathroom.
And I simply asked if he lived there. Because the direction from the condo association is so repeated that if you don't know the person, you do not let them in.
Thornton adds she told him she couldn't let him in, then asked if he had a key fob.
That's the only indicator that any resident has that they live in that building. He would not answer me. He would not show me one.
She says that if he had one, he could have used it to get in and wouldn't have needed her to let him in. Did he force his way in?
There was an altercation at the front door, and that's how he got into the building.
Do we see that on video?
You do not. The camera was pointed at the ground. But you hear me say something along the lines of, "Oh my gosh, are you serious?" To which he replied, "Go ahead and call the police."
And you see my keys in the door.
She followed him to his room until she realized he had door keys to get into the room. After the video went viral, her company, Tribeca STL, fired her for racial profiling. They do not own the property where this occurred. She says she has had death threats as well. When you're called a racist, how does that make you feel?
There are truly no words. That is absolutely false and heartbreaking. And those are words that truly cut deep. Thornton,
who is still legally married to an African-American man, says she would not change one thing about what she did Friday night. Loft resident Lynn Schlosser was mugged 1 year ago in front of the same building's front door. She says she supports Hillary. Would you have done the same thing?
I do it all the time. I've had even UPS drivers, FedEx, they'll stand there and look at me and they'll say, "I won't even ask." I said, "I'm not going to let you in unless you buzz the resident you're going to or have your code." It's in order to protect everyone that lives there.
No, I do not think that I did anything wrong. I upheld the ask of me to its fullest extent.
Now, Thornton says she would like to meet Darian since they live in the same building and he's new to the complex. I did reach out to the Homeowners Association president to ask why he hasn't publicly supported Hillary, as she says he and others have done privately, but I have not heard back. And to hear more from Darian's side, and that we ran yesterday, just go to fox2now.com or our Fox.
Y'all, you know what? I really don't know what to say because I did bring that up when I did the actual video about it. I said that I would give her a little bit of credit that, hey, you just don't know who you letting in the apartment complex nowadays. Down here in Memphis, we got a lot of gated communities, and we got a lot of apartments that the security guard will stop you, get your name, look at your license plate tag, and ask you where you go, the address, the apartment number, and everything. You understand? They will do that, you know, and 9 times out of 10, they probably do that because there's a lot of probably high traffic or crime in that area. You understand? So that's the credit I was giving her in this situation. Now, again, I can't completely be 100% on her side because at the end of the day, regardless of how she try to put it, was she try to meet him or not? Was she trying to meet him or not? The fact of the matter is, you look at the video, he did show her that he had the same thing she had on her key. Alright, so I don't even know why this situation even escalated further down shit creek like the way that it did. Once he showed her the thing, what do you call them damn things, she should have just let him go. And if she was trying to meet him, what she should have done when she saw the thing was she was like, oh, okay then, well, hey, how you doing? I'm so-and-so, so-and-so. But that's not what she did. She kept escalating the situation to the point where the man just had to bogart his way into the complex to get to his apartment. Now, somebody else did a video. My man Ponway, he did this on his channel. Somebody left a comment. Hey Mahogany, good morning. Share it out for him, babe. Bring some more people in. Now, somebody left a comment on his YouTube video and said, you know, she did nothing wrong. They made a valid point as to say why she did nothing wrong. Now, let's see where I want to go with this, because you heard the other lady say she support her. And she said she does it all the time with the UPS and FedEx guy. And even with that, you know, can you really just say they was racial profiling? I've been trying to figure the word to use all this damn time, racial profiling. Even then, can you really say that they was a racial profiling if they stopping the FedEx and the UPS man at the door? Because again, we have heard a lot of people doing impersonations as if they are a FedEx worker or UPS worker or whatever, and come in and do some fuck shit. I mean, it is what it is. That's the way of the world. You know, people just do a lot of fuck shit. But now, let's get back to Miss Hillary here. Miss Hillary made a dumb move. And let me tell you what that dumb move was to the people who didn't watch the video that I did first about it. Her dumb move was, considering she said herself, she didn't know who this guy was. He could have been anybody. He could have been a rapist. He could have been a murderer. He could have been a child molester. He could have been anything. You followed this strange person around, and he could have easily turned around and could have raped you, could have molested you, could have killed you, and everything in between. But you kept following this man around. And not only you kept following him around, you was following him at a close distance. That's why I said, well, you was fucking up there following that man at a close distance. He could have been anybody. But thankfully, he wasn't just anybody. He was a resident at the place. Now she's still saying that she wants to meet him. Well, my thing is this too. If me and him got the same mindset, I just don't go out and introduce myself to people. I don't do that shit. Now, a lot of white people like to do that shit. I don't. The neighborhood that I stay in now, I don't even know none of these motherfuckers that stay over here because I'm not trying to introduce myself like that. Alright? Because for one, I'm not trying to get to know everybody like that. Alright? Two, you try to get to know everybody, that's when shit start fucking up. People want to come over your house. They always want to come on your house. They always come to your house and want to borrow something. They always want to come to your house asking you to loan them something. They just always want to be fucking around you. And I ain't got time for the shit. I ain't got time for this shit. Look, you stay over there in your space, I stay in mine. And if I do come to you and say, hey, how you doing? That does not mean give you the green light to start walking up my damn driveway. Amen? That does not give you the right for you to start walking up my damn driveway. Just because I say hi, we can do it from distance. Hey, what's up? Hey, what up? What up? That's it. I'm not going to keep walking close to you, shoulder to shoulder. I'm just trying to get to know who you are. I'm just trying to get to know who you are. How you doing, sir? How you doing, ma'am? I'm just trying to get to know who you are. No, fuck that. No, I'm not a people person like that. Fuck that. No. No. What up, Sage? Sage in the building. What up, Sage? Yeah, I'm not for to stalk nobody like that. No. Once again, when he showed that he had the same thing on his keys like she did, if she really wanted to know who he was, she should have dropped everything and said, oh, okay then, well, how you doing? My name is Hillary. And if he chose to say his name, you could have been like, hey, my name is Mr. Toles. Nice to meet you. Sorry about that. You know, I just had to do that because, you know, we had a lot of stuff been going on lately, so I just got to make sure I never seen you, so I apologize for my actions. He probably would have been like, hey, okay, well, fine. Now you explain to me what you was doing, so now I know your name, you know mine. I'm tired. Let me go home. Let me go home. It could have been left like that. It could have been left like that. Hey, Darcy. What up, Mike? It could have been left like that. But instead, for some reason, I feel like this woman tried to play hero of some sort. But you was doing it the wrong way. If you really felt that uncomfortable, once he bogart his way and pushed you out the way, you should have called the police then, instead of following him. You stalked this man always to his damn apartment. Pretty much stalking him, harassing him. And then when he got to his apartment, then you want to say, for the record, I just want to know who you, I just want to say hi and introduce myself. Really? Really? That's a mighty strange way trying to introduce yourself, going through all that, asking him who he going to see, who his friends is, and all this bullshit. That's a strange way trying to get to know somebody. So, look, I had no problem with what he did. He handled it way better than a lot of us folks would have. Because somebody literally probably would have turned around, probably slapped the shit out of her. Probably would have cussed her out, probably literally kicked her ass. But he didn't do that. He didn't do that. And I salute that brother for handling it the way that he did. So I had no problem with what he did. I would have did the same thing. I don't want to get to know you. If I want to get to know you, I would have stood there and talked to you. I don't want to get to know you, especially not what you did. Nah, fuck that. Even now, she talk about she still want to meet him. I still say fuck you. I'm good, dear. I don't want to meet you. I'm good. I'm good. We already had our encounter. You know who I am. We both been on the news. There's nothing else me and you have to say to each other. We already know who we are. I have nothing else to say to you. Alright? Go ahead, dear. Go ahead. Next time you see me, just say, hey, Mr. Toes, or hey, Mr. Thorns. Be like, hey, Miss Hillary, how you doing? Go on by business. We ain't got to have no conversation. And this woman still talking about meeting him. Alright. Alright. But at the end of the day, you know, to be honest, you know, I really don't have no problem with what she did either, other than following him. That's my only problem. I think she's an idiot for doing that. But to say she was just totally wrong for what she did, you know, I agree with that to an extent. I split it 50-50. I split it 50-50. And, you know, they had the other lady say, you know, I back her up, you know, because I even do that to the UPS and FedEx people. So, and again, people, I don't see nothing wrong with that. You know, hey, look at it like this. Better safe than sorry. Look at it like that. Better safe than sorry. All right. Now, let me see what y'all saying up in here. Darcy said if there was a man, he would have been arrested for stalking, more likely. Thomas said if you fear, you step away. Exactly, brother. Mahogany said exactly, Darcy. My man Brian said, I have a feeling we will all be here condemning her if she let him in and he winded up doing fuck shit. Yes. You can't have it both fucking ways, people. Yes, that's why I broke it down the way I did, Brian. That's why I broke it down the way I did. Alright, just like I said in the original video. Suppose she did just let him in, and something happens, the news pops up, and his face shows up, and she probably like, oh my God, I just saw him and I didn't say nothing to him. You know, that's gonna weigh on anybody's conscience that you just seen a person's face, you let them in, and they turn around and harm somebody. They'll fuck with anybody. They'll even fuck with me. Walk past somebody, what up, bro? Next thing you know, that same person said, what up, bro, to is on the news because he hurt somebody in that complex. So that's why I broke it down the way that I did. That's why. Thomas said she was supposed to go out. She was supposed to go out with her dog, not stand in the door. Yes, I agree with that also. Darcy said if she was so afraid, she would not have followed him. I agree with that as well, dear. I agree with that as well. Let me see some more comments that maybe I have missed. Yeah, they ain't shit to home to blah 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 blah. Now she has to move. You know what? Yeah, she may have to move if she really getting death threats. I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on that when she really getting death threats or not. I'm not sure if I too much believe her on that one, but you know, who knows? Thomas said too bad for her. My man Marique said really? Wow. Thomas said no tears for me. Brian said I get where she's coming from with condo association, but on the other hand, fuck the condo association. It's not work bees like this. My man said don't weep for the stupid. You won't ever stop crying. Thomas said no, you're wrong. Imagine when a black man tried to. What just happened? What was I at? Oh hell, I ain't gonna be able to catch up. Okay, he said, no, you're wrong. Imagine if any black man tried to stop any white woman from entering the building because he didn't recognize her. Okay. Brian said if the guy had his key fab or whatever it is, there wouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't have been a problem because he showed it to him, pretty much. Mahogany said, good morning, Chris. Good morning. Brian said he was already in the building. Thomas said, who made her God? That's a good question. Marique said, when he has his key card, there should have been that. Yes, agreed. I agree. Where was I here? Then Brian said, no, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say. No, Brian said, no, I wouldn't. That's a safety issue. Marique said, hey, Mahogany. Thomas said, fears and superstition should never rule. I like that. Mahogany said, good morning, Marique. Marique said, exactly, Chris. Thomas said, rape her. Look at her again. Not even with your dick. Say said she stalked him and harassed him. He should take her to court. Possibly. Brian said she wanted to make sure he was who he said he was. Kudos to her to getting to the bottom of is he an owner or not an owner. My man Mike Wallace said good morning. Doctor said, hey Chris. Mahogany said I just didn't like the fact she said she was afraid of him and she followed him. She could have said anything about him if she didn't like his response. Yes. Agreed. He said, if you fear, step away. Okay, I read that. Then Brian came out and said, it definitely could have been handled differently by both parties, but her actions were in the right place, but her mouth was out of the back door. I like that. Good one, good one, good one. My man said there's no justifying what she did. Heck, the owner said she was his partner ex-wife. Oh, okay. Darcy said, I think two things are going on here. Racism and the Me Too movement. Well said, Darcy. Well said. Well said. You know how that Me Too movement shit going on now. So, let's read more deeper into it. Let's read the article, what it says. Then we're going to get on out of here. And thanks for everybody for joining this segment of No Bullshit News. Like I said, I'm bringing my shows over here from now on to YouTube. Get their shit together. and stop fucking with my views and shit. And once they stop that, then I'll take it back over to YouTube. But I will upload this to YouTube so the YouTube side can see it. And me and a couple other people has reached out to Mr. TOLES. So hopefully he will answer the messages and see what I'm doing and come on to the show, and we can talk about this more, talk about this situation more, and talk about on situations like this, period. So if you're listening, bro, hey, holla at your boy. Holla at your boy. Alright? I know Darcy hit him up. I think Mahogany may have hit him up, and I know my girl Lisa said she's gonna hit him up too, you know. So yeah, let's get him on the show, have their brother talk. Alright. So it says St. Louis, it's a local story now getting national headlines. A white woman, you know what? It's funny how they do that. Hey Kim, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Share it out. Share it out. I like how they be doing that. White woman and black man, you know, that's kind of funny to me. I don't know why, but it's kind of funny how they just label their race like that in the open like that. But anyway, it says a white woman at the elder shirt lofts not letting a black man inside the building last Friday. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, not letting a black man inside the building last Friday night. The woman, HILARY Thornton, said the man didn't have a key fob, however you say that shit, to get inside and force his way in an apartment building. She reached out to share her side of the story after being called a racist and receiving death threats. Racist, I do believe she was being called, but I don't know if I would say she was getting death threats. I don't know if I too much believe that or not. Who knows? She said, when I noticed the individual that I did not know here, my only thought was to follow directions I had been given by condo association board members repeatedly. And that's to never allow access to anyone that you don't know, she said. Thornton had several emails from the condo association telling residents what to do if they were faced with a situation like this. Thornton said Dearian Toles was trying to get into the building as she had the door cracked as her dog went to the bathroom. I simply asked if he lived there because the direction from the association is that if you don't know the person, you don't let them in, she said. Now, let me pause right there for a minute. Now, listen to what she said. If you don't know the person, don't let them in. All right, I understand that. But looking at the video, how did the door get cracked? Who opened the fucking door? How did it get cracked? Did she open the door or did he buzz himself in? And if he buzzed himself in, then he did nothing wrong. And you came and saw him and probably instantly ran to the door and blocked him. So that would be my question right there. Since the door was cracked, how was the door cracked? Darcy, I think I remember him saying that. He buzzed himself in, so I don't think she being 100% truthful with everything, because you know what? You can only critique what's in the video. You can't critique what's in the beginning. You can't critique what happened after the camera started rolling. You can only critique what you see in the video. But anyway, let's continue. Thorne said she told him she couldn't let him in. Then asked if he had a key fob. It's the only indicator in the resident has that they live in the building, and he wouldn't answer me, she said. He would not show me one. That's a lie. He actually did. He did. Well, he didn't actually say, here it is, but he did this. And you see the motherfucker right there. If I seen it, I know she saw it. So, come on now. Anyway, she said, it's the only indicator in the resident has that they live in the building, and he wouldn't answer me, she said. He would not show me one. She said that if the man had a fob, he could have used it to get inside and wouldn't have needed her to let him in the door. Needed her to let him in the door. What the fuck? Okay. Thornton said Toles forced his way inside after altercation at the door. But she said it wasn't caught on video. Yes, it was. That was caught on video. He literally said he finna pretty much go through you. He said that. And he did it. Come on now. Because the camera was pointed at the ground, that's when you hear me say, "Oh my God, are you serious?" And that's when he says, "Go ahead, call the police." She said. Thornton followed Toles to his room until she realized he had door keys to get into the room. After the video went viral, Thornton's employer, Tribeca STL, fired her for racial profiling. They do not own the property where this occurred. Thornton says she has received death threats and detests being called a racist. That's false and heartbreaking, she said. Those are the words that cut deep. Thornton, who is still legally married to an African-American man, says she would not change one thing about her actions Friday evening. Loft resident Lynn Schlosser, I don't know, who was mugged 1 year ago near the building front door, says she supports Thornton and has prevented people from coming inside in the past. "I do it all the time," she said. "The UPS man and the FedEx guy stand there and try to get in. I say I can't let them in." Now, I forgot about that part too. And that's the end of the article. I forgot about that part too. You know, somebody said they actually was mugged at the front door. So again, y'all might not give her credit for what she did. But I do give her credit for what she did. It's only small credit. But I do give her credit for what she did. Because, again, you just don't know people's intent nowadays. You just don't know their intent. So you have to give her some kind of credit for trying to do the right thing. But I think I speak for everybody when I say she went at it the wrong way. And she could have almost put herself in danger. But luckily, she did not put herself in danger. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got injured. Looked like it was just a totally crazy misunderstanding. All right? So, that is the update. And thanks to my man Count for sending me this update. You know, I think it needs to be put out there. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to stories like this, it's always two sides of the story. And we need to hear both sides of the story. But at the same time, listening to what she said, you know, some stuff, it sounds like it's a tad bit fabricated. Because we've seen it on the video. Right? We've seen it on the video. So to me, it's kind of a tad bit fabricated. But nonetheless, you know, hey, shit don't always turn out the way it's supposed to turn out. Alright? Alright. Oh geez, why do we have to know she is married to someone black? I don't know, Darcy. I don't know. Your guess good as mine on that one. Mahogany said, "I could be wrong, but I don't think it's about race, but it does play a part. She does know the power to change this man's life, and that's not fair. I highly doubt it. If this was a white man, nothing would have been said." She's not racist, but she is prejudiced. All right. All right. Sage, my man Sage said, "When Me Too goes wrong." Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, brother. But for those of you who missed the news clip, let me show you the news clip. And this is Fox 2 St. Louis. Shout out to them for putting this out. This is their content. Yeah, this is Fox 2 news content. And it says, "Woman in viral video with black man speaks out after being fired. Defend our actions. So for those of you who didn't see it, here it is again. And thank you for watching the Chris Thorne Show. No bullshit news. Let's go.
Side of a story that's making national headlines. A white woman inside a downtown loft building not letting a black man inside Friday night has hit social media and gone viral.
And the woman in the video says he didn't have a key fob to get in and forced his way inside. She reached out to me to tell her side of the story after being called a racist.
Make sure you come in, y'all hit that like for me.
It's an exclusive
interview. Help your boy build up over on Facebook.
On Fox 2 tonight.
You're blocking me.
Into my building.
Okay, and it's my building as well, so I need you to get out my way.
Okay.
This is the viral video of Hillary Thornton trying to stop Darian Toles from entering the Elder Shirt Lofts just off Washington in the city.
That's how you say his
Thornton
name,
wanted
Dorian?
people to know her
That's how you say
side
his
of what
name?
happened.
So when I noticed an individual that I did not know, my only intent was to follow the direction that I've been given by our condo association board members repeatedly, and that is to never allow access to any individual that you do not know.
Thornton showed us several emails from the association stating what residents should do when dealing with a situation like this. Hillary says Dorian said he was trying to get into the building as she had the door cracked as her dog went to the bathroom.
And I simply asked if he lived there. Because the direction from the condo association is so repeated that if you don't know the person, you do not let them in.
Thornton had, she told him she couldn't let him in, then asked if he had a key fob.
That's the only indicator that any resident has that they live in that building. He would not answer me. He would not show me one.
She says that if he had one, he could have used it to get in and wouldn't have needed her to let him in.
Did he force his way in?
There was an altercation at the front door, and that's how he got into the building.
Do we see that on video?
You do not. The camera was pointed at
That's
the
a
ground.
lie. That's a lie.
But you hear me
I'll show y'all the
say
video. She lying on that part. That's a
something along
lie.
the lines of, "Oh my gosh, are you serious?" To which he replied, "Go ahead and call the police."
And you see my keys in the door.
She followed him to his room until she realized he had door keys to get into the room. After the video went viral, her company, Tribeca STL, fired her for racial profiling. They do not own the property where this occurred. She says she has had death threats as well.
When you're called a racist, how does that make you feel?
There are truly no words. That is absolutely false and heartbreaking.
Come on with the
And
fake
those are
tears.
words that
Come on with
truly
that fake
cut
crying
deep.
shit.
Thornton,
Come
who
on,
is
man.
still legally married to an African-American man, says she would not change one thing about what she did Friday night. Loft resident Lynn Schlosser was mugged 1 year ago in front of the same building's front door. She says she supports Hillary.
Would you have done the same thing?
I do it all the time. I've had even UPS drivers, FedEx, they'll stand there and look at me and they'll say, I won't even ask. I said, I'm not going to let you in unless you buzz the resident you're going to or have your code. It's in order to protect everyone that lives there.
No, I do not think that I did anything wrong. I upheld the ask of me to its fullest extent.
Now, Thornton says she would like to meet Darian since they live in the same building and he's new to the complex. I did reach out to the Homeowners Association president to ask why he hasn't publicly supported Hillary, as she says he and others have done privately, but I have not heard back. And to hear more from Darian's side, and that we ran yesterday, just go to fox2now.com or our Fox 2 News.
Let me show y'all something real quick. Yeah, she did lose her job over there. I don't think she should have lost her job. I don't think she should have lost her job over this, because I don't think it was that serious. But she lost her job over this. Now, I don't agree with that either. I'm with you on that one, Brian. I don't agree with that either. I want to show y'all something real quick. When she say about the altercation about him just barging in like that, I'm gonna show y'all something real quick.
Please move, ma'am.
I can. Do you live here?
I'll be answer the question. Excuse me.
I'm
stop
sorry.
touching me.
The keypad is right there.
I understand that, ma'am. But
You can film me. That's
okay,
fine.
I understand, ma'am, but you're blocking me. And I live
Into
here.
my building.
Okay, and
Okay.
it's my building as well, so I need you to get out my way.
Okay, what unit?
I don't need to say that information. So excuse me, ma'am.
I'm uncomfortable.
Excuse me. Okay, you can be uncomfortable. That's your discretion. You're uncomfortable because you're you. I need you to move out my way, please.
No.
Ma'am, please stop touching me.
I'm not touching you.
You just was previously before.
I'm not touching you at all.
So I'm going to step in where I live
I'm not
at.
touching you. And
Y'all
I'm
hear him?
not
Y'all hear
in
him?
any way doing anything outside of living.
He told her, I'm going to step in if you don't get out of my way, pretty much. He told her that. So she knew what was finna happen. He told her.
Letting my dog go to the
Okay,
bathroom.
and I live here and you're blocking the door.
What
You're being-
unit?
I don't need to tell you that. What unit do you live in?
307.
Okay, great. I'm on the 4th floor. Excuse me.
No. You don't have a key fob. You are... No.
No, ma'am.
If you have that, then okay.
Ma'am, you're not security. You're not the property manager. You're not
No,
Mike
but
Herman.
I live here.
Okay, and I live here too. You're not Mike Herman. You're not Rick.
I don't like the fact you have your phone in my face.
Okay, I don't like the fact that you're blocking me for where I pay.
All
to
I'm
live at.
asking is what unit?
But you're not. I don't need to tell you that information, ma'am.
If you want to come into my building,
It's not your building. You're not the owner. You pay rent.
sir, you walked up on a street.
Yes,
that had-
yes, and I've already buzzed in. I've already
You
used
did
my.
not.
Okay, man, it does not even matter. Can you
Can
get out
you-
of my way?
No, can you show me the key
I
fob
don't.
into this
I'm
building?
not showing you anything. And the second, ma'am, I'm bound to walk through where I live at. So.
No.
Okay.
He just said it again. He just said it again. He said, I'm about to walk through. Because you blocking it. Wherever he said. He just said it again.
Can you show me the key fob into this? No.
Excuse me.
No.
Excuse me.
Are you kidding me?
Alright. So that's what I wanted to show y'all. When he did that right there. Now how the hell she said that wasn't seen on camera when he barged his way in, when he pretty much said he was going to do it and he did it. That's why I said she's lying about that. She's lying about that. Brian said he was being ignorant. It's his fault. How is it fault? How is it his fault? He said he buzzed in and he showed his keys, and what we seen on the key looked like he did have a key fob. So how was that his fault? Now assault, I guess it all depends on how they look at it down there. You know, by him barging his way in, do they consider that as assault or what? He said he did what he said. Distance from your body is your private space. Before I get out of here, anybody else feel like that was his fault? I probably would have two of Mahogany. I probably would have two. I can't open the phone line because I gotta go get some rest. But however, Brian, what I will do for you, probably later this evening, I will call you up and me and you can have a discussion. I'll load it up on Facebook and let people hear our conversation on what you feel about this topic. But no, I can't open the phone line right now because I know it's probably gonna be a good discussion, and I need to go lay down because I like talking to you, but I need to go lay down though. Well, what I will do, I hit you up later on and see what you're doing, and we can record the conversation on how you feel about the situation or what changed your mind about how you felt. Because at first, I think it was like if I'm correct, you know, you was like, you know, hey, what's she doing that for? She wrong for that. And now, after you seeing both sides, sound like you kind of like, okay, well, the way I'm looking at it now, you know what I'm saying, I will put it on him. You know, so yeah, I would do that. I would give you a call, get a private conversation, or if I get a chance, we can go live and I'll hear you on a phone call and we can talk live about it and see do people feel the same way that you feel. But Dr. said she don't feel like it's his fault. Mahogany said, if she was him, she would have called the police. I probably would have too. That probably would have been a good way to handle it too. You know, again, like I said, better safe than sorry. You know. So anyway, y'all heard my take on it. You know, I kind of agree with both sides of what happened. You know, I don't knock her for what she did. You know, better safe than sorry. And I don't knock him for what he did. You know, man, look, what more I got to prove to you? I mean, I ain't got to tell you shit, to be honest. If you're not the person who I pay my rent to, if you're not the landlord, if you don't own these apartments, and, you know, I ain't got to tell you shit. You know, to be honest, I ain't got to tell you shit. You know, so, hey. But, you know, one thing that I didn't hear at this whole thing, the one thing I did not hear come out of her mouth is, I'm sorry. Anybody notice that except for me? I done heard everything except for her saying, I'm sorry. Because she was wrong. He did stay there. I'm sorry. Or maybe she feels he doesn't deserve an apology. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Thank you for watching the show, Chris Thorne Show on Facebook. No bullshit news. I will catch y'all next time. Be on the lookout for other stories I will be posting later. Other than that, though, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Catch y'all later. Peace.